Good evening all, welcome. I'm back here in the booth, a little bit late for the start of an off-season league we are going to do here on ALR. And this is considering the F2-Cup. We're doing it once again. I think we did it a year ago. Also in between seasons we did some kind of a small championship with F2 cars. And yeah, today is the first round of the new mid-season F2 Cup, or well, mid-season, off-season more. Just for everyone who likes to do something between the seasons, because as you may know, last Sunday our Tier 4 and Tier 5 had the season closer in USA at Kota. And it's gonna take a while before the season will kickstart again. It will be towards the end of April. The Race of Champions will be on the 15th of April. That will be the first ALR stream/race which you can witness with F1 cars. Because in the meantime, we will have this F2 Cup 3 times a week. I believe on the Tuesday, Thursdays and Sundays. So just on normal racing days. For people to join and to drive against each other in the equal F2 cars, which is nice to see because everyone has their own shot at winning here because the cars are equal and I think even the setups are equal. I'm searching for what the thing is. I'm very interested what the rules were, or what the format is, because I still have a lot to explain. Even though the race already started, I couldn't be there from 8 UK time. Yeah, this is race 1, first of all, of a 9 race long calendar, which will end on the 20th of April. And we are now in Austria, and we will go to Australia, Bahrain short, Japan, Canada, UK short, the Netherlands, Belgium and Brazil. And indeed it will be every Tuesday, Thursday or Sunday, except the 15th of April, the Thursday of the Race of Champions. Let's see, it's all dynamic weather. The setups are in a preset, there is no formation lab, and the format is, this is race 1, what you're seeing. There is a one-shot qualifying for race 1, the safety car is on, and they are doing a 50% distance, which is 20 laps. And for race 2, that's a 5-lapper with reverse grid, where the DNF counts. So I think if you did not finish, you start at the back. And this qualification does count. And yeah, the point system, I think I will explain that when there are actually points given to drivers. So to go through the grid, because the official grid at the moment, I can go through all the drivers and the grid and etc. We can go to the track action now. I was just explaining a lot of stuff now, and I didn't even talk about what was happening on track. But yeah, the format, I'm gonna explain it once, and then afterwards we will see. You can look it up or ask me any questions. Be sure to do that. Because we see Twinny, who was in the lead, going into the pits. And he is going to exit the pitch, which will make him one of the last guys to switch to the soft tire. Only skills he's on the super soft. We have one DNF in the form of Will. But yeah, let's go through the teams. We've got Dams with Oswaldo, Romeo and Urminator. They're also very close on track, so that's cool to see. Is there an overtake here? Oh, jeez, that's a clusterfuck. Okay, that was not the first thing I would expect. Then we've got Uni Virtuosi with Leon, who is now in the lead, and there is a big battle for the lead, because KP is chasing him in the Prema. I think I have to witness this for a little bit before I continue with the grid. KP, you can maybe know him as the commentator from Tier 1. He's not really racing actively in a tier in ALR, but he's commentating Tier 1. I think he's the only one. I think the rest are all like regular or not so regular racers. What's this train for P1, guys? I think the move is maybe coming. And JB is also following. And Leon tries to give himself a good exit, but really working that well. So yeah, Leon in the Uni Virtuosi car, and he's trying to get back on KP. We're halfway the race. And oh, he's off, and there's also someone in front of him off, and that's costing KP a lot of places, because one mistake in this group of cars is costing you like 3 positions. He was challenging for the lead and now has now dropped back to 5th. And it's now Heide challenging Jamie and also Gamer James here in the mix. Is he going to do that short line? That's a dangerous ticket. Ah, he's coming in. He's coming in. Okay. He's in the Tsunoda car. Yeah, of course, everyone has to make a mandatory pit stop, right? So Leon in the, what did I say, in Virtuosi together with 20 boys who was just leading. It's a little bit strange because he's in a red car with a yellow marker, but still, he's also putting in the fastest lap with a 15.3. Then we've got RRT Grand Prix with Alu Palu, but he is not here. So it's only Gamer James, who is now making the move on Jamie for P3 at the moment. So falling pretty nice into each other. And also behind there is Steva and Oswaldo battling. And Steve and Jamie are both the HWA race lap cars. I think I'm just gonna call them the race lap cars. They're both in the race lap cars. Then we've got, of course, the Carlings. This is still a nice battle, by the way. Then we've got the Carlings of Mike, who's not here, and Heide. He is indeed, he was the guy that pitted. Then we've got Campos with Papimo, who just retired, and Stelios, who is now in P11. We've got Charus with Rossi, and I don't know what happened with Rossi because he's way down the order. And his teammate is Penguin Snake, but I don't think he's racing. They're still going on here. Then we've got MK Motorsport with Wild, but Wild is unfortunately out, and Igor is now in 10th. We've got Prema with KP and with Asplund, but also Asplund is not racing. And finally, I've got Trident with Skillsy, who's still on the Supersoft in P8, and Los Alexis, who's not really having a great time, 48 seconds behind each other. Everyone else, you see them already left. So not everyone here for race 1. It would be a miracle to have everyone in the same grid, to be honest. Because we raced so many days per week that I think that can be difficult. Steve is now coming in for his stop. He's almost, oh! He clipped the grass there, and maybe that brought him some damage. For pit crew to repair. Yeah, they're ready with a new front wing. And with a 5 seconds. Oh. Paul Steve, who was kind of successful in Tier 5 this year, grabbing the title there. And this is still going on, by the way. Let's open the thingy. There is a yellow and there is a safety car. Oh god. There are some guys in the pits at the moment that are going to be very happy with this. Hello all. So yeah, safety car. I think there are still a lot of guys that need to pit. I don't know if the pit stops are mandatory, to be honest. It would be. It should be, in my opinion. If so, they're all going in. And at least Leon is in. KT is not. I just have to check the pit entries of everyone because you can get a penalty. So skills, you know what you're doing. That's a good entrance. 20 is not in, going in. And Igor is way down the order. A lot of guys in the pit. KP has decided to stay out to at least do something different. I don't know if that's the best choice. There are a lot of guys that started on the softs and now go with super soft. This is the 2019 grid, right? The 2019 F2 cars, I'm not really sure. Or, I mean the 2020. I think I saw that somewhere. Not even sure. It's F2 2020, okay. Yeah, almost everyone is going in. Except KP, who is now on 11 lap all soft, he's already behind the safety car. Twinny, but I remember Twinny leading when I opened this lobby, so he already made his stop because he started on the super soft. And behind that, a lot of guys that had just pitted. Leon in third, doing well for Uni Virtuosi. James in fourth, Jamie in fifth, then Stelios, who already pitted in lap 8. I think he also started on the super soft. Osvaldo went for, I think, an undercut towards the super soft. He already stopped 2 laps ago and is now just in front of Heide, who did the same but then the opposite strategy. And the rest all pitted now. Skillsy, Igor and Rossi to softs, and Steve and Ermaker to super soft, and unfortunately Alexos is out. I'm not even aware of the DNS at the moment. So, okay. This is going to be a very interesting final few laps. There is a car. Igor. Or no, Stelios. What's he doing? He lost it under the safety car and that's cost him, I think, 2 positions. Nice, Mike. I forgot he signed up for this. Okay. I think we'll wait for everyone to, yeah, come together. And then we have what's KP gonna do? Oh, he already stopped, I think. 30 laps. He did like a very early stop, and he's now trying to stretch it. And a lot of these guys are more like, wow, go to the pits again. Because I think penalty. No. Oh yes, the stops is like telling the story. There are only a few guys that only made 1 stop. So a lot of guys already went for the long soft strategy after, I think, an early safety car. And then decided to stop again to at least have fresh tires. And penalties, yeah, there are some penalties. So that's also gonna... telemetry is like an F2 car, it's nothing serious, to be honest. Safety car is coming in. We will have 4 laps of racing. And KP leading the charge. 2 red cars at the front, but not of the same team. So it's the guys behind him have a benefit, not twinning directly. However, he's on fresher soft. But Leon and James and Jamie, they're on fresh super soft. KP is waiting long. I think yeah. And he had a massive exit. It's not even tight or something. Here they come, and a lot of final warnings which are penalty prone on this moment, and Heide is going for the move immediately on Osvaldo, who's on softer tires. He's at the outside, stays at the outside, and oh god, oh, and they tangle, and the big winner is Skillsy here, and now it's one big clusterfuck again, because people with more pace are now coming into play. I think they lost a lot of positions, and there was a little bit of a dodgy braking zone by Osvaldo. I hope he pays attention with his teammate very close to him. And also Igor is now, it's all gone wrong, at least for Heide. I think, no, it doesn't look like he has damage, but he has a lot of momentum loss. And Osvaldo now up to, oh no, back to 9. And Steva's passing Stelios here on fresher tires. Come back to the straight and the leading group. And almost everyone now with a penalty, so... 20 is in the lead, I missed that, sorry. He is taking a benefit of his new tires, and now KP will be very vulnerable for Leon, for James and Jamie. Not over here still. And that's a team battle between Dams. And also Rossi making moves there. I think he grabs 2 positions in one. Okay, he goes right. Behind there's Igor and Rossi still side by side. Same goes for Urminator and Osvaldo. Number 1 and 2 car. That's just because Latifi won the championship? No, because De Vries did. But he didn't do it in the Dabs. I think I get the 1 and 2. 20 with the fastest lap, he's pulling away. And with only 2 laps to go, he is, I think, bound to win over here. It's very close here. KP is going for a very defensive line, but it can't go 3 wide there. It does more like Leon is going for the inside of all. And yeah, that's the place where Jamie can place his car to at least gain 1 position. Leon also passing KP in the process. Oh, he's going for it. Gee. Oh god. That was a astonishing dive bomb. Jeez. That was not good. I was like, wait, I'm on board of a car that is now going to send it completely into that corner. And it changed the order at the front massively, because James in 3rd, KP is back in 2nd, and I think Skillsy and Stiva benefited massively there. Oh, almost a skin by Stelios again, but now after contact, and it's very close back there. There is Rossi still with Igor in the mix. Oh my god, there is so much battling. Guys, come on, please. Give me a break. I think KP is disqualified. What? Okay. Okay. In that case, the game thinks he didn't pit. Massive battle here for P2, and Steva is getting loose a little bit, and now he is also not a contender anymore for P2. It's all between James and Skilsey. However, Steva doesn't have any penalties, but on track it's between these two. It's really drive to survive over here, and these are the two that survived, because Heide was in for P2, Jamie was in for P2, Leon, Steva, and KP, and now only those two are left. James is defending the inside. Skilsey looks quicker on his harder tire. At least Twinny at the moment is winning the first race here. Oh, they're going side by side through the line. Oh my god. Everyone is finishing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother to read out the top 10 before it is settled. See? I just wait and I'm gonna reveal the top 10 now. Because that was not doable. Steva is driver of the day. I think it came from far, maybe, yeah. In my memory is quick. This is at least the podium. I know that and the RT and the race lap guys are like second and third. Twinny wins ahead of James, then Steva, who I think picked up a penalty in the final quarter to prevent him from getting second. It dropped Skilsey down because he had one penalty more. He is fourth, Leon in fifth, Oswaldo just in sixth because he had only 1-3 seconds. Then Heide, Jamie, Rossi, and Urbanator. And that's just mainly because Igor and Stelios had a lot of penalties. So this is the top 10. Oh, this is cool. Twinny has the pole and also the fastest lap. So if I think we do another like pointing reward system, but yeah. He was from the pole and he only made one stop together with Leon and yeah, Steva came from 30, but yeah, that's kind of down over. That's okay. Interesting. Is that a rule? You only can take your pit stop under the safety car late? That would at least explain the fact that a lot of guys didn't went for a pit stop during the first safety car, because that was in the beginning of the race. If that's a rule, I don't know if that's a rule, to be honest. A little bit strange. I'm not even sure. Poor KP. I'm kind of convinced that he didn't do anything. And the whole grid is reversed. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I can also explain the format now in the time. I think Rossi. But that person needs to do the stand-ins very quickly. Because 2 days later there is another race. Now there's only 1 day between, and then there is 2 days between, and then there is another 2 days. No, another 1 day between. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is like the thing we're doing in the off season. So it's technically the F2-Cup in the off season, because yeah, people want to do something. People want to race. Oh yeah, by the way, the calendar is getting revealed for season 6 during the week. I think we drip feed it again. Yeah, I'm kind of sure we did it. We did it. Yeah, which tracks are already announced? Let me see. 8 at the moment. So 1 and 7. No, the season is started indeed in Azerbaijan, in Baku. We thought as the admins that was a very fun place to start a season with. Started with Carnage. See what happens after. Then we go to Britain. I think Britain is just in it because a lot of people are voting for Britain all the time, every year. I think it's in a lot of people the top 3 tracks, but yeah, not for me. I don't know why. I liked it more than like a couple of years ago, but it's not really special for me. Then we're doing Bahrain Short, which is a little bit it's a first in ALR to do a short layout of a track. I think the short Bahrain layout is the best for racing, still for the racing, because you still have a massive overtaking spot of 2, maybe 3. To overtake. And we will do something else in the final season on this game. Because yes, I don't know when the new game is getting released, but this is going to be the final season on the game, of course. And then round 4 is France, and we go with. It's called Future Race. Future Race. Future Race. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. And then we go to France, which is also the track for the Race of Champions, and there was a lot of controversy about it, and I was like, well, you don't have to drive the Race of Champions. You're not obliged to, and that's always the case with every track in or calendar or Race of Champions. You're not permitted to drive it. So if you don't like it, for me, it's good enough of a reason that you're not racing a week because you don't do it every time. That's okay. And then tracks 5 and 6 and 11 and 12 are still unknown. But round 7 is Belgium, round 8 is Italy, round 9 is Vietnam. Yes. That's also more out of the belief that we think that Vietnam will not even be in the next game. So, if so, this is the final league race, like ever, on Vietnam. And round 10 is China, and I'm very glad China's in it, because it's a great track, and I don't think it's on very often on the calendar. No formation lap? I don't think so, but it's still loading for me. Okay, here we go. We're off, and Will is in the lead, and there is a massive shit. Oh my god! Are you for real? Okay, KP has a lot of damage. I think Igor didn't came from the line, and Osvaldo and Lead are screwed. Oh my god! You could see it, right? I was just in time. That was ridiculous. It's very cloudy, by the way. Tires is not very interested. I see. Only position change it was. James is benefiting from it. He is went up 6th place. Alexos, oh yes, we gotta follow him. Let's see how he's doing. Alexos in the points. Massive. Can he hold on it? He is locking up, and you see James on the inside, and so Stiva, who had a little bit of a contact there, and losing the place to Skillsy. Go slightly up ahead to Rossi, who also had a good start. Now chasing down JB for 4th. Wild is a little bit gone in the lead together with Papi. They were both retirements. Coming quite okay here now. And now JB sees an opportunity to pass Stelios. He's going back to the race line immediately. And there's also Urbanator and Gamer James alongside, but first Rossi has to deal with Stelios here on the inside. Stelios coming back, and oh my god! Yeah, he's driving his front wing to shambles, and he's in the gravel now. And he's out. Okay, that's enough. What the heck is happening here? This is 4 wide in the mid sector, guys, please. Look at this. He's going to get overtaken on both sides. This is not going well. No, it was not going well for Heide. He almost lost completely out there. Good Christ. So, Stelios was out, Leonid went to the pitch, KP also, that's a penalty 20, yes, that's like a direct penalty, and Steven now trying to pass Alexos. It must be possible for Alexos to grab points in like, oh, the dummy, I call it the dummy, and it's worked for Steven. So Alexos actually going to try to overtake. I'm drinking my beer to the bottom if Alexos makes an overtake on someone. Okay. And I mean an overtake on track then, of course. So, almost 2 laps to go. I think those are the only 2 competitors for like the win. And that's because the rest of them behind were a little bit in the shit show sometimes. I'm always cheering for the Dutch team, you know. And oh, behind here, Rossi going for it on Jamie, and he's up into 3rd, but here is the battle for the lead with 2 laps to go. Papi is going for it. Witt's still there on the inside, braking later. And he has passed. And is into the lead. Further, what's happening with Rossi? Rossi, just maintain your position, okay? Yeah, he's doing it. Very good. It's still going on here. There's a massive battle for P1 and for P3, and Wild is back in front. Jamie with a penalty, that's gonna cost him like a serious opportunity in that battle. 1 more lap to go. And Wild successfully defended his first place this lap. Behind him, James has to try to overtake Jamie. He will overtake Jamie if he doesn't take a penalty, but I think he would love to be on the podium again with the reverse grid, because he has went up 9 places. The other podium contenders are like, yes, he's going for the move. Side by side, a lot of position changes also outside of the top 7. A little bit of a lockup, but James has done it. I think I have to focus over here to see if something happens over here. Because Will is gonna make it. He had a hard time in lap 4, but that's it. Yes, Luke, I'm also missing El Truco here. I think he should compete here. If I see the amount of dive bombs he can fit well in. No, kidding. Okay, Will is just winning ahead of Papi. Papi had a 2 second. And I don't think I'm gonna try this once again. I can at least say that Rossi is third. That Gamer James went up 10 positions to P4. That Terminator finished in 5th. He's gained a lot of penalties there. Jamie in 6th. Skillsy 7th. Twinny in 8th. Steva in 9th. And Eager in 10th. And those are also a little bit of the big losers. Osvaldo still jumped into 12th. And then we're only waiting for K3. He did put in the fastest lap, if I can remember well. Yes, he did. So it is. Potential pays in the... But yeah, he did what... Yeah, I don't know what will happen with his disqualification. But if it it's not appealed, then he had a massive shit weekend now. Or at least a massive shit race. Shit night. Shit everything. So, but I think something will be done for that. He's one of the quickest guys, and he's in the Prema, so that sounds right in my mind, you know, my head. Oh, Rossi will do some 5 laps in F1 cars. Well, that's cool. Okay, this is the end result. Oh yeah, of course, James is getting the extra point. However, I'm also not sure how that works in the standing. Because if you look at the weekend result... Oh no, it's a different weekend apparently. Okay. It could also do normally. Rossi did well, by the way, scoring the podium from P7. Good. Okay, this is going to be a very short stream. I'm only streaming for, I think, 40 minutes at the moment, but thank you for watching the F2 opener, and I will be back in 2 days already to do round 2, which will be in Australia. So yes, stay safe and see you guys over there.